And welcome to 13 News at 10. I'm Brittany Hardaway.
And I'm William Ingalls. Thank you for joining us tonight. Our top story at 10, RPS 205 plans to spend $180 million over the next 5 years.
Although the school board still needs to figure out which projects get the most money.
Hey, here's some of the big programs that the district wants to address. One is preparing students for their careers. RPS 205 has earmarked $20 million for their College and Career Center, which will put a lot of programs under one roof for students to take advantage of.
The district will also spend a lot of resources on renovations and safety. These renovations will cost between $40 and $50 million, depending on which plan the board chooses.
The district also wants to put $1.5 million into a newcomer center, which leaders in the district say will make a big difference to first-time students.
What we're finding is these students, this may be their first experience in a school setting. So before putting them right into a classroom, we want to be able to create a space for them where they have an opportunity to get a feel for what a classroom is like before we drop them right into a school.
But the biggest thing still up in the air is how the district wants to expand special programming for middle schoolers. RPS wants to expand 3 programs in particular. First, the International Baccalaureate program, often called the IB. Conklin Elementary School, which is on your screen right now, is where that program lives. Second, the district wants to grow their STEAM program, which combines the arts with intensive work in STEM learning. That program is currently at Haskell Elementary School, but could expand into West Middle School. While a lot of attention in the plan is paid to these 2 middle school expansions, RPS 205 says the budget has something for all schools and students.
Each school is going to get something. While we do have some focus on our special program schools, we're also looking at how we can provide an excellent college and career education experience for our high school students, expanding some of those programs that we see are popular, and then getting down to our elementary schools and addressing our support service-based needs.
And while there will be investment across the board, there will be big decisions ahead for those special programs.
That's right, Brittany. This breaks down to 3 scenarios. The first one is what an RPS committee recommended tonight. You're looking at it here. It would add a $20 million expansion onto Conklin Elementary to expand that IB program into middle school. And like we mentioned before, STEAM would get added to West Middle School for grades 6 through 8. Now, scenario 2 is the cheapest when it comes to renovations, but would also bring the most student movement. West Middle School would essentially just become a home for these specialized programs, including the IB expansion, STEAM, as well as the performing arts with Kappa. Now, lastly, for scenario 3, the IB expansion stays at Conklin and STEAM expansion goes to Kennedy Middle School. Now, I know I just mentioned that option 2 is for those cheaper IB renovations, but it's important to note all 3 scenarios eventually end up at that $180 million price point.
Bolton, at that time, authorized us to develop a 5-year, $180 million plan. So as we were reviewing all the project scenarios from this culmination of 9 months of planning and meeting with internal stakeholders and external stakeholders, we always were focused on that $180 million top, all-in budget.
A ton of moving pieces and information here, if you couldn't tell already. And Brittany, that's why it could be some time before we get a final vote on this.
That's right, Will. The district won't vote on this before July 16th. District leaders want to make sure the board has time to discuss all the projects and spending, which is why it will be on this month's retreat agenda for the board to discuss. We'll be sure to keep you posted of any updates to this developing story.